Simplicity?
I'm Bayard Kurth. I'm from Detroit. I guess I'm still a lyricist for Simplicity.
Do you recall how you became a lyricist for Simplicity?
Yep, I think you said you were starting a new band, and if I had some words to share them, something along those lines. But we'd already started writing before that, though.
Right, with Rubber Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe post Rubber Soul, pre Simplicity.
No, I think Johnny Cash Blues played by Rubber Soul at the Caju as like one of the final Rubber Soul shows.
Wow, you have a better memory than I do.
I only on things I have a dog in the race. Not that I'm advocating dog racing. It's bad. Don't race dogs. They'll win every time.
Yeah.
Just beats the fuck out of me, honestly. I remember though coming over to the Neff House with a binder that I'd written, maybe a dozen pieces or something like that, and then clipped them into like a folder or something like that, and brought them over, and then let you guys just have at them.
You sort of just left it.
Yes.
And then
and
whatever.
Somehow I think that's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, eventually, my goal was to see them get made into songs fastest, right? Because of my, it encouraged me to write more songs if I got, something out of it.
Yeah. Right.
So, and then I just assigned arbitrary personalities to you guys the same way John, Paul, and George, And I kind of like things that were more meandering, I assumed would be like better for, because I don't know shit about shit, is I assumed they'd be better for piano, right? And so that Francis should take that.
His fingers meander
Plink,
over
plink. Yeah, something's going on. Plink, plink, plink.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So those kind of things. So I think that those songs or those pieces made sense to me, that they would have, and Francis's songs tend to have more time in them too, so they could be.
How do you mean more time?
Like they were not as like boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah. He's not Russian.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then I think when I wanted to write when I thought it was something that was like a rock and roll thing, I would give it to Brian.
Yeah.
And then something more introspective, I would see if you would be interested in it.
Introspective.
Dreamer. A song for a dreamer, perhaps.
Yeah.
My process, though, was always start from the beginning. The first line in any of the songs, with few exceptions, was the first line I wrote.
Yeah.
And so I start at the beginning, and then I try and have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and like when I first started, though, like I remember somebody asked me like they needed some sort of bridgey thing or chorusy thing, and I was like, I don't even know what the fuck those things mean, And then so I was like, what would the Beatles do in this situation, And so that kind of thing, I did a little research on like what some of those basic terms might mean, and then like in other songs, like how would the Beatles go from, how could they get out of the verses,
Yeah.
Because that was my biggest thing, is I could only get, I could make, A-B lines that rhymed with C-D lines and shit like that, but
Right.
I couldn't, at first I didn't know how to get out of it. I rarely even suggested anything beyond here's the words, Sometimes I would I hear this as a up-tempo thing or something like that. And sometimes there have been times where I've written things and it's the way I wrote it is the way I still hear it. And
despite however many times you've heard the Simplicity version.
Yeah. Because I have a more intimate relationship with those words.
Yeah.
When it's just me and the words.
Your version in your head is better.
I don't know if it's better. It's just the one I'm more familiar with. Because I have a direct relationship with it. I can remember like a time I was super thrilled was at the Concert of Colors, right?
Yeah.
It was like off of Jefferson. You
Yeah.
guys were there?
Yeah.
And it was in the afternoon, a great slot of like 12:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday or whatever your slot was.
Right, the side stage.
And that was the first time I heard Absolution.
Oh.
And it was excellent.